We have some very interesting developments, my friends, in regards to Von Miller. Could he be on his way to Kansas City? The Score, who does a really good job covering the NFL, they are predicting that the Chiefs will sign Von Miller in NFL free agency. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Let's get right to it, and here's what they had to say. Miller is looking for a new team after his release from the Bills. The Chiefs could use a pass rusher to help George Karlaftis on the outside. Kansas City has struggled to get consistent pressure from edge rushers in recent years. Wouldn't this be very ironic? I mean, Von Miller. We're talking Von Miller here. I still haven't forgiven him for all the pain and suffering he put me through when he was with the Denver Broncos. I know that there's some Chiefs fans out there that jumped on the bandwagon in the Mahomes era, and then there's another slew of fans that joined on board when Travis started dating Taylor and all that. But for those of us OGs that have been here a while, remember when Von Miller was a problem for the Denver Broncos and the Chiefs were having problems beating Von Miller, getting past his Broncos teams with Peyton Manning and all that. Those were not fun times. Even with that said, though, even though I have not forgiven him for the pain and suffering that he put me and many Chiefs fans through many years ago, it would still be great to have Von Miller here. Even at this point in his career and all his connections to the Denver Broncos, you know, he's one of the greatest players in their franchise history and all that. It would be great to have Von Miller here at this point. And he's open to it as well. He's talked about it as much as he did an interview just within the last couple of days with the very lovely Kay Adams of FanDuel Sports Network on the show Up and Adams. And Miller said that signing with an AFC West team is possible. And a lot of people think that he was talking about this AFC West team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Listen to this from Von Miller on Up and Adams with Kay Adams. I've always loved blue and orange. You just have to see. It's a fun time right now for me in my career. You just have to wait and see. Take it one day at a time. I've done everything I possibly could do. And whatever's next for me is what's next. It's exciting looking at new teams, new quarterbacks, new environments. It's a new place to be. It's fun. Why not? Look, Chiefs, they need pass rush help. Von Miller's a great leader. He's well-liked among all his fellow teammates and coaches. I know he's a bit older now, but I don't need him to be a full-time pass rusher at this point in his career. The Chiefs could certainly use some pass rush help, and you're not going to have to pay him a whole lot of money either. At this point, he's going to be, all things considered, pretty reasonable in cost. To me, all the stars are aligning. It sounds like a win-win situation for both Von Miller and the Kansas City Chiefs here. I like this idea. What do you guys think? You want the Chiefs to sign, yes, that guy Von Miller. If you do, like today's video. If not, if you're opposed to the idea, comment and tell me why you don't want to see Von Miller in Kansas City. Wait in that comment section and tell me what you think. We are covering the Kansas City Chiefs each and every day here at the Kansas City Chiefs Report, bringing you nonstop coverage, news and rumors. We do live shows every Tuesday. We have Q&A mailbags. We bring you breaking news. We're all over it here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. If you love the Chiefs, this is the channel for you. We just recently passed 70,000 subscribers, but we're not stopping there, my friends. I want to make sure you, I'm looking at you right there, camera one, looking at you right there. I want to make sure you subscribe to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Doesn't cost you a thing, 100% free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Subscribe now, and you'll be glad you did. Let's talk more about Von Miller. What a fantastic career it has been for Von Miller with the Broncos, the Rams, the Bills. He won a Super Bowl there in Denver, Super Bowl 50. He was also named the MVP of that Super Bowl. Then, when he joined the Rams, when he was traded over there, he helped them win a Super Bowl as well. His resume, we can't even fit it all on the screen, folks. 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro. I believe he's been a second-team All-Pro about 4 times. It's been a Hall of Fame career for Von Miller in the National Football League. He has done some incredible things, and he's not done just yet writing his story. And in fact, I think coming to Kansas City, a team that we expect to be a Super Bowl contender once again, this could be a storybook ending. Von Miller awaiting that next chapter, trying to figure out what he wants to do next. From all signs and indications of what I've been able to pick apart with Von Miller at this point, it looks like he's going for a ring here. This is not a guy just looking for a paycheck, that he's looking to play somewhere that gives him a chance to compete for a championship, and I can't think of a better place to do that than right here with the Kansas City Chiefs. You look at Von Miller's numbers. Sure, he's not what he was at the prime of his career, but the guy is still really good. Last year, in 13 games played, had 6 sacks, 8 QB hits, 7 TFLs. You go back to 2022, had 8 sacks. 2021 had 9.5 sacks in that year that he helped the LA Rams win the Super Bowl. And I think he can still help this Kansas City Chiefs team potentially if they give him a call and decide to sign him. Because let's be honest, folks, if we're trying to pinpoint some things that held the Chiefs back in 2024, one of the things that I don't think is talked about enough is the issues that we saw in the pass rush. And it didn't really improve till the second half of the season when Charles Omenihu came back from injury. This team for most of the year was in the bottom half of the league in sack percentage. They ended the year 15th, but that didn't tell the full story of how much they struggled when it came to their pass rushers. And they have lost a lot of pieces over the last couple of weeks in free agency in that cause, and they don't have a ton of guys behind Karlaftis and Chris Jones there on that defensive front. And I think that there's a spot for Von Miller, certainly, as far as that goes. Last year, 8 QB hits, also had a forced fumble. I don't need him to play every down. I just need him to be there when it matters, and I think he can still do something special and be a good fit for what Kansas City's trying to do here. So let's ask you, who's a player the Chiefs should sign? They still got a little bit of money to spend. What do you guys think? Who's somebody that comes to mind, whether it's Von Miller or somebody else? Give me a name in the comment section you'd like to see end up in Kansas City. Chiefs Polos are on sale now, up to 50% off. Chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos. Got the gray, got the red, got the stripe version as well, all for your liking. We also have other Chiefs merchandise available at that same link. Go to chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos to get yours today. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Check it out now, chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos. A couple more notes before we wrap up here that I think is worth noting. If you go back, I believe it was about a week or two ago, Chris Jones was on X, formerly known as Twitter, and he was actively recruiting Von Miller. And there has been some talks, some reports behind the scenes that Chris Jones has made it clear that he would love to pair up with Von Miller in Kansas City. So that's a good sign there. Even with the history there and the rivalry, Chris Jones, the CEO of Sack Nation, is willing to put that aside. And here's another fascinating detail that I'll leave you on this. Derrick Thomas, DT, Chiefs legend. I love me some Derrick Thomas. I told you this would be a show for the OGs today. The OGs know all about DT, Derrick Thomas. Von Miller's hero growing up, as he was watching football as a young lad, was none other than Derrick Thomas. So we talk about a storybook ending, trying to compete for a Super Bowl title, get another ring, get the third of his career. What better way to do it than to get to honor his hero and play for his hero's team of Derrick Thomas? I think that's a fantastic story. Appreciate y'all joining us here at the Kansas City Chiefs Report. If you enjoyed today's show, hit the like button. Let your voices be heard that you want to see Von Miller in Kansas City. I'm Tyler Jones. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next time here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report.